Okay, so doing a caliper change. This is my first time ever, so bear with me here. Essentially, it's going to start out by like a typical brake change. I'd like to do both sides. I don't have the money to do both sides, unfortunately. New caliper. Can't lose these. I need these crush washers because I also have a new brake line. This one's a little ugly. I've seen better days. You could see, well, that's not so bad because I guess it's been painted. This one back here is pretty ugly. Where the soft line meets the hard line, that's pretty ugly looking. I don't think I have to change the line, but I'm pulling it off here. I probably just should do it. And I've never bled brakes before. I'm gonna take this off here. This is a 17 millimeter, and this is an 18 millimeter. It might be SAE. I don't have an SAE set right now, so 17 millimeter works and 18 millimeter works. So my caliper seized up. I just did these brakes, and I'm told I should get a new rotor. I'm going to try not to get a new rotor because I think it's okay. This is brand new. This has 30 miles on it, 40 miles on it at best. So I'm going to see if I can avoid that. I'm just going to pop a screwdriver in here or something, pop this off. So because this is seized, it's going to be kind of hard to pop this off. I just did it, so maybe it'll be a little easier. Just going to take a minute. I guess work both sides, but I think as soon as I pop the bottom, the top's going to go back in. So after 20, 30 minutes, I finally got everything off. I guess a good indication that your caliper is seized is if it won't come off. It's because the piston is so stuck, it won't come off. It's the best part about owning a 20-year-old vehicle right here. This, that, that's all. I mean, it's all good stuff, right? Now what I'm going to do is the scary part, taking off this brake line. This is easy. This is just the banjo bolt, so that's not a problem. But the brake line goes back and under, and I'll show you. So the brake line is right here, right in the center of the screen. I have to undo this guy right here. And that's been sitting in there for probably 20 years. So I'm a little nervous that it's going to twist and break the line here. But luckily it doesn't look so horribly rotted, so I may get lucky. So let's see, the fitting broke at this end here, where it goes into the brake line, the hard line, but it didn't break, but it didn't break on this end of the brake line. So it's stuck here, so it can't spin, but the fitting broke here in this line. So if I could take the bracket off with this little bolt up here, this one right here, maybe I could just spin the hard line off while holding the fitting line in place here. So that's what I'm going to go for. I've been told I can use heat if I want, but brake fluid boils, so I have to be very careful. So I got the new line on. My trick worked where I spanned the old line off the other end. Luckily, when I was tightening it, the original brake line came loose where I said it was tight earlier. So I was able to tighten it right, and I already have it mounted up back here. I don't know if you could see it, but it's already mounted up on the frame back there or wherever. And I got the line all tight there. So now I'm dripping out here. So here's where I'm at. I got my dad out here to help me get this line on. So crush washer here, crush washer here. I was wondering why they sent you two, but I just kind of figured it out. It's top and bottom. So you need the crush washer to make sure you don't leak brake fluid. A tip I learned online was if you tighten this down tight, pretty tight, like as if you're done, smack that lightly quick with a hammer, and then you might be able to get another quarter or half turn out of it. And that's how you know it's really good and tight. This has been sitting here for a little while. It's not leaking. We'll know better when I go to bleed it. So I've got my line mounted here, tightened down with the bolt. These little teeth here are to carry this wire. This is a speed sensor, which I just changed. Now I'm gonna route this wire back up, plug it back in. I'll put my rotor on, and I'll work on getting this all buttoned up. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to put this on, and then I should be able to start bleeding. But I'm also going to, I've got some fluid film I'm going to spray on here just as a little bit of a preventative from any more rust. So I'm going to do that quick, and then I'll do this. There we go. That looks much better. This is just fluid film black. It's a good preventative for rust. It will come off over time, but for now it's okay. So I have everything on. All my lines are mounted. My wheel sensor is mounted back onto these little clips here. Everything is ready. I just have to have somebody help me bleed it. I don't know what size the bleeder is, but I pumped the pedal. Nothing is dripping at the banjo bolt here, which is good. And then nothing was dripping where I connected the line back up in here. So it should be good to go. So after, I don't even know what time it is. So after 3 hours, it's done. Let me just quickly show you if I can. Well, I can't. I had my dad help me bleed it. He was pumping the brakes in the car. And there's a little bleeder screw right up on the top of the caliper. You just loosen it, pump out the fluid, tighten it, pump them again, loosen it, pump out the fluid, tighten it, and you just repeat it until there's no air. We took it for a test drive already, and it's all good. So new line, new caliper. I may wind up doing the passenger side some other time just so that I can have them both new. I don't want to wait too long. I just don't have the money to do. It was $156 for that caliper and the brake line with a $35 core charge. So if I bring my old caliper back, they'll give me 35 bucks. So I guess $120 something dollars. I know there wasn't so much detail, but a lot of it was kind of a two-handed thing. So I'll try my best to edit it to have it make sense. It's all good, I guess. And time to really take it for a drive. Wish me luck.